It is Friday. Michael Cook joins us now to review two movies, Lockdown and Operation Odessa. Michael, which one are we going to start with?
Let's start off with Locked Down. This is a new movie on HBO Max, just premiered yesterday. Stars Anne Hathaway and Chiwetel Ejiofor. This is sort of one of the first major movies with major stars that's centered around the pandemic. Those two actors play a couple who are in lockdown in London, England, but unfortunately their relationship is in tatters. In fact, Anne Hathaway's character says after this quarantine's over, we need to end this relationship. So for a while at the beginning of the movie, we sort of, they're locked into their home and we deal with these people who are, you know, at odds with each other, who the relationship is just not where it needs to be. The beginning part, it's sort of a relationship movie as these two kind of deal with what their past, and Chiwetel Ejiofor's character is not where he needs to be in his career. He's stuck as a van driver because of a criminal conviction a minor criminal conviction many years ago. And so this movie feels familiar because we all experienced the lockdown. Then the second part of the movie actually turns into a heist because it won't give away too many plot points, but there is a way where they both can steal a large diamond and make a lot of money. This movie is from Doug Liman, who directed Mr. and Mrs. Smith, so it's in the hands of someone who knows a little bit about capers and heists. And so the second part of the movie, the third act, turns into this heist and all the intricacies of the plot. I have sort of mixed feelings about this movie. I loved the two actors, Anne Hathaway, who's won an Oscar, and Chiwetel Ejiofor, who's been previously nominated. They're both at the top of their game, but at times the movie just didn't know quite what it wanted to be. Did it want to be about a relationship movie? Did it want to be a heist movie? And it didn't quite mesh enough. It had just enough of the heist to keep me interested and intrigued. So all in all, I give this movie a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Okay.
Oh, it's an okay flick. Available on HBO Max. So if you have HBO, you can watch it on HBO Max.
Gotcha. I could tell by the way you were mentioning it there. The plot kind of seemed a little confusing, so I'll take it guarded there. But go to the next one, Operation Odessa.
Operation Odessa. Now, if you want to talk about a plot, this one is a wild plot. This is a documentary that is available on Netflix, and it is an incredible true story that will just leave you going bonkers. It's basically, the plot line is, it's the early 90s, and you have three characters. You have a Russian, an American, and a former Cuban spy, all involved in some ways in the Colombian drug trade. At first, they start selling each other speedboats to smuggle their cocaine in from South America. Then they start buying Russian helicopters. Then all of a sudden, through a way of events, they come across a scheme to buy a Russian submarine from the Russians after the fall of the Soviet Union and sell it to the Colombian cartel so they can struggle their drugs. So, of course, that crazy story, it's a true story, and all of these characters are just flamboyant and over the top, which makes this a delightful film. And it's crazy that they got these men to talk about their exploits of international intrigue and trying to smuggle cocaine across the borders in the crazy 80s and 90s, all centered around Miami. Some people don't like documentaries, which I can understand, but this documentary I thoroughly enjoyed. Very well done, very well paced, a lot of pizzazz, but the story itself is just so wild, with so many characters. With Operation Odessa was the law enforcement task force put together to try to stop this sale of the Russian submarine to the Colombian cartel. This is a hidden gem on Netflix. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I give it a 9.5 out of 10.
9.5 out of 10.
Looking for a crazy story that is true, this one is the one for you this weekend.
Absolutely. You said ski boats to helicopters to submarines, all just escalating into a bigger price point. So.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Michael, for bringing those two up to us. Don't forget to check those out yourself. And now let's check in with Rance to see what he's